The power of compound interest. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And we hear about compound interest all the time, but we really don't stop to think about what it could mean to us and our bank account. So I want to share my screen real quick and kind of go over what compound interest is, the magic of compound interest. Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Now, why is it the eighth wonder of the world? Well, if you understand what it is and how it can benefit you, you won't ever look back. Let's see. Is that good to go? Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So we're going to use this and talk about this when we're going into compound interest, and we're going to talk about the rule of 72. What the rule of 72 says is that you take the interest rate that your money's growing at, divide that by 72. That tells you how many years it takes your money to double. You take the rule of 72 says you take the interest rate your money is growing at, divided by 72. And that tells you how many years it takes your money to double. So I'm going to ask what is the interest rate that you are getting in a CD? We can look it up online, but I don't have my phone handy. But what do you think the interest rate on a CD is? I'm going to look it up real quick. And if you know, go ahead and drop it in the comments. But what do you think the interest rate is on a CD? And I have so many tabs open that it's taking forever for my computer to pull it up. So what we're going to do is just going to say 3%. So you take 3 divided by 72. So we're going to say hypothetical. CD interest at 3%. So you take 3 divided by 72. That tells you how many years it takes your money to double. So 372, that's 2 years to double. 26 years. Hope that math is right. 372, 2, 6, 1, 4. Yes, 12. 26 years. So if your money, your $10,000, your $1,000, let's say $1,000 is in a CD, every 20 years that money is going to double. So if your parents open a CD for your child when they were born to give them the jump start on financial security, 12 divided by, I'm sorry, 3 divided by 72 is 26. So at age 26, that child will have $2,000. Are they excited about that? Are you excited about that? An example of $1,000. So that is the extent of the money in a CD. So let's not talk about what the market has averaged. Can I get online? Nope. So what has the market averaged? I got to spell Google right. Historically. So let's look at the historical average of the S&P 500. So that would be a safe bet, right? The historical average of the S&P 500, and it is saying the S&P 500 historical average annual return is approximately 10% to 11.5%, covering long-term performance since 1957. So we're going to go with 10%. So if you have your money in the S&P 500, zero fee mutual fund, blah, blah, blah. We're just going to say hypothetical investment S&P 500. So at 10%. So 10% divided by 72, roughly every 7.2 years. So let's just call it 7 years. Double 7 years. That's much better than 26 years, but it's still pretty powerful. So if your parents put $1,000 into the 500 indexed account, so it doesn't lose any money, and let it ride. So 7, 14, 21. At age 21, they would have $8,000. Remember, it doubles. So from 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 8,000. So now at age 21, they would have $8,000. And by the time my children turn 21, what are they going to buy with $8,000? Not much. But that is still the power of compound interest. That is why Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world, because those who understand it earn it, and those who don't understand it pay it. So let's look on the pay it side. Credit cards. What is the APR on a credit card? Let's go to Google. Average on a credit card. Now, it works the opposite when you have a credit card. So we're saying 20%. All right. So if you have a credit card and it has an interest rate of 20%, 20 divided by 72 is roughly, let's say 4. So every 4 years, your card will double. So that's why they want you to pay the minimum rate, right? Credit card at 20%. What does it do? It doubles in favor of the bank every, let's just call it 4 years. So it's so vitally important to understand the power of compound interest. Those who understand it earn it, and those who don't pay it. Real estate is a massive compound interest multiple. Crypto is a massive compound interest multiplier. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the power of compound interest and how those who understand it earn it, and those who don't pay it. Share this with friends and family, because the Rule of 72 is just a phenomenal tool to give you a quick barometer on how an investment can perform. Is so the Rule of 72. Again, the Rule of 72 is you take the interest rate your money's growing in, and you divide it by 72. That lets you know the number of years it takes for your money to share. Friends and family, I welcome any comments that you have, and I will talk to you soon.